This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience.
Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be analyzing luxury YouTube videos, or luxury videos on YouTube, or luxury YouTubers that make luxury topic videos on YouTube. And our next to be analyzed video comes from LoveLuxe by Aimee. Hello, my dear. Let me do a screenshot. So, Aimee is super sweet. She she's very soft-spoken in her videos, and she has a big love of Chanel in particular, also other brands, and she is their pret-a-porter customer. I don't know if she even went down the haute couture route, but definitely front row client at the fashion shows of Chanel, high caliber client, really in that elite range. And she does make videos on YouTube as well, talking about Chanel, reviewing and stuff like that. So it is interesting to me that Aimee made a video about how she is done with Chanel. So I was very surprised. Somebody who was, you know, I've been following her for some time, who is so into Chanel, and he has a huge bag collection, clothing as well of Chanel, costume jewelry and jewelry, watches, whatever. All of a sudden she makes a video saying, "Baba, I ain't doing that no more." And her video is called, and so it was very confusing for me because the video is called "Hello Chanel, Goodbye." And I'm like, is it hello or is it goodbye? But I shall be posting the link to this video, to "Hello Chanel, Goodbye," in the description box underneath my video. So please be sure to go and check out LoveLuxe by Aimee's channel, subscribe to her channel, watch her video, thumb it up, and send the lady some love. So Aimee, my dear, thank you so much. We're going to be analyzing her video now. Mwah. Bye. Okay, so all of y'alls who are watching now, if you like the type of content, why don't you subscribe? Push the subscription button, subscribe to me here on the tubes. You can also push the join button next to it and become a member today, gain access to extra perks. You can also follow me on Patreon, superdacob, all spelled together on the Patreons. Become a patron today and also gain access to extra perks. Thank you to all my members and patrons who have already pledged. Without you, the Fashion Bunker would be, well, it just wouldn't be. And also thank you to all my live co-chatters, because this video is being filmed live. I live stream every Saturday, so be sure to join me. Everybody's invited to join the live streams every Saturday. That's when we pre-record all of these videos together. So all my co-chatters are here with me. Whoever watched Aimee's video, comment down in the chats. Let me know what you think about it. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown what happened. Why does a customer, so there's a lot of points in this video that are super fascinating to analyze from a luxury sociological standpoint, if you may. So because I'm like, why does a person that is so into Chanel and spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, ultimately, if you're buying all of the clothing, the bags, the accessories, the jewelry, the this and the that, you're front row at their fashion shows as a client, not as PR, you know, then you're spending a lot. Why would somebody like that, who, if you're in the front row of the shows, you're pampered by the brand as well, why would somebody like that all of a sudden stop buying and make a video about it even? It's almost like declaring a war, but not really, because Aimee is a bit fluid in her way of describing the situation. So she begins in English, and she comes from the Philippines, as she says, and then things become quite complicated because the video keeps jumping from, so she talks in English. She says a couple of sentences in English, and then she jumps to, and thank you to all my viewers who tried to teach me before we started filming this video how to pronounce the language spoken in the Philippines, which is Tagalog. Now I don't know, I apologize for butchering the way you pronounce it, but from what I gather, it's Tagalog or Tagalog. So my apologies do not come for the messenger, as you always do. But so anyway, so she jumps from English to what I perceive as Tagalog and then back to English. So at first I thought, wait a minute. Okay, so she's saying one concept in English and then she translates it to Tagalog and then jumps to the next concept and then repeats the same concept again in the other language. And she kind of keeps skipping throughout the whole video. But then at a certain point of the video, I kind of lost track of the logic because like I have the feeling like a sentence was lost in translation, or she maybe forgot to say something in English and just said it in Tagalog, or vice versa. But anyway, I gathered all the bits of the puzzle. So it's very fascinating to watch somebody switch languages throughout the same video over and over and over again, because at the beginning you're put off by it, but then it becomes hypnotizing in a way. And then you kind of, the languages start merging together. So from a sociological standpoint, this video is super interesting. Even if we forget about Chanel for a minute and we just like analyze this jumping from language to language, already that alone makes it very mesmerizing to look at. And then of course, Aimee has a lot of her bags behind her, in front of her, on her table. Like she's in like a showroom. It's like a living room scenario, but it's like a rich, opulent living room scenario where, so you have a lot of eye candy in the video as well. It's not so plain and empty like here in the fashion bunker, you know. So what is there to see? Nothing, just my ugly mug. But deal with it, boo-boo. And the ugly mug on top of it has very frizzy hair today too, very 80s reminiscent. So anyway, I was saying, so she says, oh, from what I gather, she had issues because she was buying a lot of bags. And as we know, oddly enough, she said, oh, this new regulation that Chanel has that you can't buy more than 1 or 2 bags every 2 months. And so they blocked her from buying bags. Like one day she went to the boutique and she wanted to get the 10th bag and they're like, you gotta wait 2 months or something. And I'm like, Aimee, why are you surprised? This has always been the case with Chanel. Since I know Chanel, they have these limits. Of course, they bend the rules if they know you. And that's what she said in her video. She said, I'm a really good client. I'm there all the time. Like, you don't treat me that way. You bend the rule for me. The rules are not equal for everyone, especially not in these luxury worlds. So anyway, that's what she said. But then, and I thought to myself, yeah, that's right. I mean, it's her big collection. She's a huge client. She buys a lot of pret-a-porter, not just bags. So that's where the money is at for Chanel, you know, because it's most difficult for them to sell clothes. It's easy for them to sell bags. But if somebody buys a lot of clothes, then you thank them by giving them, you know, buy all the bags you want, boo-boo. Except 2 things. One thing, she said, apparently somebody, either a client complained or a sales associate complained. She was hinting at somebody not wanting a Filipino customer or a Filipino woman to be dressed in Chanel or have so much Chanel. And I thought, whoa, that is terrible if that's the case. But then I maybe misunderstood. Maybe she meant to say that another Filipino customer was jealous of her, or a Filipino sales associate was not having it. That a successful Filipino customer would be successful as a woman and buying all these things. So there was a little bit not so clear to me because she kept switching languages and I did not understand what she really meant. What I did understand, however, is that they did not let her buy the 5,000th bag. So she got pissed off because of that. But here's the second thing. And here's where things get a little bit tricky, because Aimee at one point in the video says, yeah, but you know, I am very honest with my sales associates at Chanel. They know that I have clients, important clients who I buy for. And my jaw dropped. And I was like, oh, okay, Aimee, then you got an issue, boo-boo. Because you're a reseller. In the eyes of Chanel, you're a reseller. If you're buying all this stuff to then sell it off to your clients, as you say in your video, that don't fly, you know, that just don't fly. Maybe it flew up until now, but it don't fly always. If you meet the wrong sales associate who's like not having it. And she did say, and there she flipped again to Tagalog or English, back and forth, and I did kind of catch the meaning that she said, yeah, I'm honest about the fact that I resell these things to important clients. She kept saying important clients. It doesn't matter if they're important or if they're not important. You're reselling your stuff, okay? And she said, I'm honest about it, but also it's super easy to see because if you just look into my purchase history, this is allegedly, I heard this, but again, because of the language switch, I'm not so sure what she said. But what I understood is, I think she meant to say, it's when you look into my purchase history, you would see that the shoe sizes I buy are always different because I buy them for my clients. So there's going to be a size French size 38, 39, 40, 37, 36. So I was like, yeah, okay, you're honest about it. Made sense. It worked until now. But I'm like, so let's get to the point. Why are you not buying Chanel anymore? Did they block you from buying? Is that what really happened? Or are you saying you don't want to buy anymore? And she said she doesn't want to buy anymore because she felt offended for them not allowing her to get the 5,000th bag and telling her that she has to wait. So she said that she got offended by it. And she said, and on top of that, the quality of the bags is going down. I agree, Aimee. Most of their we're just not. And then she said, you know, she understands that they went up in price last year because the pandemic began, blah, blah, blah. But you know, Aimee, just a little note to you. That's not what Chanel said. When in 2020, they had their big price increase, like May 2020 or March 2020, everybody complained. But then Chanel CEOs gave a statement in an interview, and they said, this price increase has nothing to do with the pandemic. This price increase was planned out way beforehand. We planned these things ahead of time. This was, and you know, so Chanel was saying that the price increase was not due to money losses due to the pandemic, but because they were already planning that out. It's part of their price increases of every year. They do increase their prices once, twice, 3 times, 4 times a year, depending on what product we're talking about. But it's the bags that were everybody's concern, the price increases of the bags, in particular in 2020 and now again in 2021. So anyway, so Chanel says, no, we were planning to up the prices even before we knew about the pandemic. But then I thought to myself, okay, fine. But like, are you so stick up your butt at Chanel that you can't change your plans? Okay, so you planned out already in 2018 that you're going to have that price increase in 2020. But when the pandemic hit, it's in kind of poor taste to have such a huge price increase in that moment and have people rushing 3 days before because you let everybody know the price increase is coming, and then letting everybody rush to stand in line to buy the bags and get infected with the virus because you know, people want to save some coin buying the bags before they go up in price. So Chanel, you kind of, you know, saying that it was already planned a year ago, it's a little bit like stupid for your business to say something like that because it makes you sound numb and like you don't give an F about what's going down in the world. Like we planned it 2 years ago, so we don't care about y'all standing, and you don't have to buy the bag. You don't, which is also true. You don't need the bag. You want the bag, right? So anyway, she said the quality went down. She couldn't understand the first price increase. The second one she couldn't understand anymore because she said in 2021, another price increase, but then the quality is going down. And I agree with her. The quality is going down. The price increase of 2021, in my humble opinion, has to do with the lockdown because Chanel has been hemorrhaging money, allegedly, in sales, but they're kind of trying to say, no, everything's good with us. Everything good. We're selling like crazy. Are you though? Are you though, Coco? I don't know. But anyway, that's just speculation, right? Because they're not disclosing all the numbers. And then Aimee says, but you know what, guys? I'm not going to buy the bags for now. I'm stopping with the bags. I will still buy clothing from time to time and maybe some costume jewelry. So I'm like, so you're not done with Chanel. You're just done with their bags. And then she kind of showcases photos, images of the Chanel fashion shows where she makes a circle around herself to show to us that she's sitting in the front row at these shows. Like, we get it, Aimee. We trust you, girl. You don't have to rub it in. We get it. Amazing. Great customer. You're front row all the time. We get it. And now you quit buying the bags because they don't like resellers. So, but then the quality of the bags isn't good. Well, you kept buying the bags until they told you can't anymore. So what's it going to be, Aimee? And then a little tiny thing snuck in at the end of the video, which did not fly well with me. And Aimee said at the end, again, flipping between Tagalog and English. So what I managed to capture was, she said, and another thing that irritates me, she says, is that these bags are easily accessible, that like everybody has them. I'm like, oh, we're putting a little bit of elitism in this, are we? When people start making those types of conversations, like, they don't let me buy the bags anymore because I bought too much and I'm a reseller. But anyway, I don't care because they're increasing the prices too much. The quality is going down and too many people can access them. Too many people can have them. I'm like, okay, that's when you touch this elitist, little tab and you start turning that little, I don't like that, Aimee. Sorry. So we do not agree there. Elitism doesn't fly with me personally. Maybe it flies with you. Maybe it flies very well with Chanel. Obviously, you were buying bags for everybody else because you have your important clients that you were buying for. And then Chanel said, no, you're buying too much. Stop. So you saying that it's too accessible, that everybody can have it, and you don't like the fact that everybody can have it, well, you just got served, girl. Literally, you said you don't like everybody having it. You were the one who was having everything you wanted. Now that Chanel is not giving everyone everything, you get angry. You just said you don't like that it's so accessible for everybody. But then when Chanel owned you and said, well, then you're not going to have access to it, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to buy with you anymore. So what's it going to be, girl? You see what I mean? The logic throughout that video doesn't fly fully to me. So Aimee, sorry, I'm not giving you a pass for this video, but who am I to judge? You do you, I do me, right? However, you understand what I'm saying here. You understand what I'm saying. There's a little bit of discrepancy in the statement logic, what happened. Now, after all is said and done, ending the video by saying, well, I'll still be buying Chanel clothing and jewelry and, but I'll be focusing on other brands. But stay tuned, you guys. I'm going to make a video where I'm going to tell you what other brands I'm going to be investing in more in the future. So she's kind of leaving us with a cliffhanger to tune in next time in the next video where she will let us know which bags she will be buying, if not Chanel. But she built up kind of her channel on Chanel. So what are you going to do? Tricky. So that's that at the end of the day. Kirsten in the live chats translated the video for us. Thank you so much, Kirsten. Kristen, sorry, it's too far, the chat, I can't see, Kristen says, I'm watching Aimee's video right now, so I can't hear it very well, but it seems like there was a Filipino sales associate at some branch that spoke to the higher ups, stopping her from getting certain pieces. Okay, so it was one of the versions that I thought I understood. Kristen goes on and says in the live chats now, Kristen says, and she was sort of disappointed, translating, so it's hard to really capture the emotion behind the Tagalog word, that another Filipino person would prevent her from getting these items. So she implied that another Filipino person was jealous of a successful Filipino lady who can't afford these bags. Probably. That's what I kind of understood. Time to Musk Up says, there's the red flag. There it is, lied to me, says. Debbie says, oh boy. Diane Lim says, she's a reseller. You're right, Dacob. Diane Lim says, I saw her reseller Instagram account and she has a lot of clients here in the Philippines because Chanel items are hard to acquire here in the Philippines. So Audrey says, I imagine this woman is one of many problems as to why the rules have changed for people and put into place. You guys, I'm just, for whoever's watching this video later when we're not live, don't come for the messenger, huh? I'm reading the comments, okay? Okay. Time to Musk Up says, those kind of brands hate resellers. Ferrari and other high-end cars will never sell to you. When they find out you sold a rare car, you were put on a list. Rara says, I agree, Dacob. That would have been a classy move on her part. Famika Gebo says, it's called money hungry. Gary says, I understand the FOMO, but I don't understand people literally risking their health life for a damn bag. Right? Oh, with the price increases and standing in line to get it. Diane Lim says, of course she's going to stop buying the bags because Chanel blocked her, says Diane. Well, she did say in the video also that she said that they are apologetic, that they're trying to make it up to her, that they're sending her gifts, that this and that, although she didn't show the gifts, so I don't know what they really sent her and how they're trying to apologize to her, but she seemed to be like, I don't care for your apology, I'm just not feeling it anymore. The zhuzh has withered. Maria says, looks like she's trying to be unblocked by Chanel because she lost clients. Not a good strategy in my opinion, says Maria. Jesus says, is it true that having braces is a high-class status in the Philippines? Having braces is a high-class standard in the US as well. Kids who wear braces at school always smile like this to show that they have money, that their parents have money, that their parents can afford braces. And then they pay a lot of money for extra special braces. The invisible ones in the back, or the ones, the sapphire blue. That's a big thing. The sapphire blue and the crystal and the diamond version as well. Sharon Cole says, I don't like that. Fatima says, Coco is rolling in her grave right now. Gwen says, what are these certain pieces? Clothing, I guess, that she would still keep buying. Audrey says, I'm glad that Chanel caught her out. She blocks normal consumers for getting items they want for their own personal collection. Well, technically she said she implies that she's buying it for clients in the Philippines who have difficult access to Chanel, so she sources certain pieces out for them. You know, Sarah says, I love the messenger. Thank you, darling. So yeah. DLB says, great take on this video as always, so poignant and fair, Dacob. Thank you so much, DLB. I mean, you guys, it is what it is. Ultimately, Aimee, take it with a grain of salt. I really think you're very charismatic. You're very sympathetic in your videos. You have these big eyes and you hypnotize. There's something about you that it's very endearing, and you're soft-spoken, and I really, really like to listen to you talk. But some of the logic you deliver to the table in the reasoning as to why you stop purchasing, why you don't like certain things, the elitism of it all, it just doesn't fly with me. But I still really, really like the hypnotic way that you have while you entertain us in your video on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, thumb up this video if you liked it, and follow me on my Chanel shenanigans. One Instagram profile called Coco Chanel is in my house, all spelled together, dedicated to my Chanel collection. Second one, Coco Chanel Privé, dedicated to the life of Coco Chanel. And then if not, you could follow just me on my crazy Instagram profile called superdacob, all spelled together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Till next time, never forget to never give up on love. Until next time, bye.